Nobody expected the story to turn this dark. A 14-year-old influencer taken too soon, a family grieving in silence, an online storm that nobody asked for. But the moment one creator stepped forward claiming she was Zuza's real best friend, everything went sideways. The tributes, the tears, the emotional videos, it all spiraled into something the family never wanted. And when they finally decided to break their silence, what they revealed left the entire internet stunned. Because once their message came out, nothing about the story looked the same. Before the drama, before the chaos, before a single influencer tried to insert themselves into the spotlight, there was just Zuza, a young girl fighting a battle most adults wouldn't survive. 11 years of procedures, hospital stays, setbacks, and hope. She documented the pain, the little moments of joy, the uncertainty, and the determination to live a life that still felt full. Her videos weren't glamorous. They weren't staged. They were real. Some days she was tired, hooked up to machines, barely able to keep her eyes open. Other days she was laughing, doing transitions, dancing, trying to make her followers smile, even while she was hurting. That honesty is what drew people to her. Not filters, not edits, not drama. And in her final days, that same honesty stayed with her. Her last video, the one she filmed just before passing, wasn't about views or aesthetics. It was about gratitude. She talked about appreciating water, sunlight, the sound of her family laughing, tiny things most people ignore. It was painful, beautiful, and almost too real to watch. A girl who'd been fighting for her life since childhood, saying thank you for the little things. But the internet didn't get time to sit with that message. Because while the world was grieving, someone else was already rewriting the narrative. But that was only the start. The moment news of Zuza's passing spread, tributes came pouring in from creators, fans, and communities that followed her journey. But within hours, one voice pushed itself onto the center stage, Samra. At first, people assumed she was just another friend paying respect. But then the posts kept coming, and coming, and coming. Emotional captions, long paragraphs, dramatic edits, poems, voice notes, late-night rants. Each one painting her as Zuza's closest confidant, the big sister, the main person in her world. Except something felt off. Most viewers didn't even know these two were connected. They hadn't seen years of content together, inside jokes, birthday videos, or real-life moments. They just saw a sudden flood of posts from someone who had only popped up recently, claiming a level of closeness that didn't seem to match real life. And then came the 9-minute video, the one people now call her crash out moment. 9 full minutes of crying, rambling, defending herself, and insisting over and over that she was Zuza's best friend. It felt raw, but it also felt chaotic, like she wasn't grieving. She was performing. The internet didn't know what to think. Was she heartbroken, or was she centering herself in someone else's tragedy? The lines were already blurry, but they were about to get erased completely, because the family was watching, and they had enough. For days, Zuza's family stayed quiet. No call-outs, no drama, no corrections. Just silence, the kind that comes from real grief, not social media theatrics. But then, after Samra's video blew up, after the comments turned into battlegrounds, after people started attacking the wrong creators and spreading misinformation, the family finally stepped in. They posted a slideshow, gentle tone, soft words, nothing aggressive. And yet, it hit harder than anything Samra had said. The message was simple. Zuza's real best friend, the one she had for 3 years, wasn't Samra. It was a girl named Chloe. A girl who wasn't posting edits. A girl who wasn't making emotional speeches online. A girl who didn't need the internet to validate a friendship that already existed in real life. But that wasn't even the part that shook people. What froze the comment section was the line. The noise online does not represent Zuza's actual life or relationships. In one sentence, the family dismantled every story Samra had been telling. The little sister narrative, the inseparable storyline, the idea that she was the person closest to Zuza in her final months. And then came the quietest yet most devastating line. Zuza stood for positivity, authenticity, and lifting others up, never drama. She would be heartbroken to see her memory used this way. People read that once, then twice, and slowly realized this wasn't just a general statement. It was a message directed at one person. But that wasn't even the moment everything exploded. That part was still coming. After the family clarified the truth, most people expected Samra to go quiet, to apologize, step back, or at least stop posting. Instead, she doubled down. She started calling out creators by name. Alexis? She accused her of being rude to Zuza. Paul? She said he mistreated Zuza and only cared when it was convenient. Other creators? She said they were faking friendships and pretending to care. But it wasn't just the accusations, it was the intensity, the yelling, the swearing, the frantic energy that made viewers feel like they were watching someone unravel in real time. She even dragged Zuza's mother into it, saying they had beef. That alone made everything cross a line nobody thought she'd cross. And while she was spiraling online, her boyfriend started talking about boxing other creators. People were confused, uncomfortable, and honestly shocked that someone claiming to be grieving was handling things like this. Then came the new account, completely fresh, like she was trying to hit reset and pretend none of it happened. But the captions on that account, they were even more chaotic. I miss you, my little dead queen. Dagmara treats me like a stranger. And what about it? We did weed. People couldn't tell if it was real, or if someone else was running her account. The confusion, the contradictions, the recycled videos, it all made everything feel even more off. Rumors started swirling. Some said she was having a breakdown. Others said she was milking the situation. Some claimed she needed help, not a platform. But all of it led to the same question. What was real and what wasn't? Once the family spoke, the narrative changed instantly. Samra wasn't a supportive friend anymore. She was someone ignoring boundaries and turning a tragedy into a storyline. Every new post made her look more defensive, more unhinged, more disconnected from what the family was asking for. And the comments reflected that shift. People were apologizing to Zuza's mother, comforting her, protecting her from someone who claimed to love her daughter. That's how upside down things became. Fans started analyzing timestamps, comparing old photos, debunking claims, calling out contradictions. And somewhere in the middle of all this noise, the real story, the story of a 14-year-old girl who spent most of her life fighting for one more day, got buried under drama, which is exactly what her family was trying to prevent. But the biggest question remained. Could Samra ever come back from this? People started speculating that Samra might be going through something serious. Her behavior didn't look stable. The pacing of her posts was unpredictable, and the tone kept swinging between grief, anger, and defensiveness. Some Reddit threads suggested she needed to log off and get help. Others argued she was weaponizing grief. Some believed she genuinely cared but didn't know how to handle loss. And the truth is, nobody knows. It's all unverified speculation, the kind that spreads fast in situations like this. But what everyone agrees on is that her current path isn't helping her, the family, or Zuza's legacy. Because every day she posts, the divide gets deeper. Her supporters defend her harder. Her critics call her out louder. And the family? They haven't said a single word since their note, which almost makes the silence feel heavier. But this story isn't over yet. Not even close. Right now, everything is hanging in the balance. Will Samra step back and acknowledge the family's feelings? Will she keep posting and make things spiral even further? Will the family speak again? Or was that the last time they'll address the chaos? Nobody knows. But one thing is clear. Zuza deserved peace, not a war fought in her name. She deserved to be remembered for her strength, not overshadowed by drama she never would have wanted. And maybe the hardest part of all is this. The next move Samra makes to calm everything down or blow the entire situation up in a way she can't take back. Whatever happens, the internet will be watching. And the truth is, this story isn't just about a controversy. It's about what happens when grief, fame, and online attention collide in the worst way possible. Because at the center of all this noise was a girl who fought for 11 years just to see another sunrise. And she deserved better than this.